Hey everybody, I'm continuing my series on words related to social justice, and today I'm focusing on the word revolution. And I think many of us know that word from phrases that are historical, like the Industrial Revolution or the American Revolution. But I'm hoping that this fuels conversations about revolutionary people, people who have helped upend systems that are harming people. Let's talk about how we can approach studying a word like revolution while considering its etymology, its morphology, and its phonology. If we don't know the meaning of revolution, that's always an important place to start. And we can go to lots of dictionaries. I really like the Oxford English Dictionary, and so that's what I've pulled up here. And you can see the first definition for the noun revolution is a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. Now, if we go to Adam Online and we look at revolution, we see that that's not what it entered English meaning. It really, at that point, had to do with the revolving of celestial bodies. We add new meanings to words all the time. So whatever is the predominant meaning is not necessarily the meaning that it came into English with. To further the word study of revolution, we might want to go from meaning to analyzing how the word is built. Adam Online can help with this a little bit because we can see that revolution is related to the word revolve. And then if we look at revolve, from there we can see that there's this Latin verb, volvere, and it meant to roll. That is the piece that we then need to take from Adam Online and use to find our base. You can't just find a base from Adam Online. Sometimes it's pretty obvious, but sometimes it's not, and a lot of times people think they found a base by looking on Adam Online, but they haven't. We can type in that volvere to a Latin dictionary, and when we do that, it pulls up an entry where there's 4 principal parts shown. And I know from taking a class called Latin for Orthographers that was available in the structured word inquiry world for a while, that we can look at the 2nd and 4th principal parts to peel off suffixes to get the English base. I'm not going to get into all of the details of those, but I can tell you that the 2nd and the 4th parts are what yield, in this case, 2 bases. So because there's 2, people often call them twins. They also get referenced as alternate bases. I would say it's fairly obvious to most of us that we know that revolve and revolution are related. We just might not understand how that relates back to the Latin root. So now we can understand, oh, the Latin verb had these different parts, and that yielded the English bases. The English bases were derived from those parts. So we can look at the 2 bases, revolution and revolve, and see all of the words that they can build. So revolution, we've got the RE prefix, and if you're not sure what that means, you can always go to a dictionary. You can also go to Adam Online, and just keep in mind that there's often prefixes that have the same letters, but mean different things. So you want to double check which RE in case there's more than one, and this is an RE meaning back or again, and the base has to do with rolling or turning, and then you get that ION to make it a noun for revolution. With a revolution, we are making the change, turning things on their head, upending systems. Another important step for studying these words is looking at what the letters are doing. So are we unsure of what any of these letters are doing in the word revolution? When I say revolution, I am not stressing the syllable with the O. That might be hard to know what vowel to use there. And this is, we're using other members of the word family can be really powerful. If I think of the word convoluted, we can talk about what something convoluted is, being rolled with itself. It's very complicated, right? It's getting rolled in amongst itself, with itself. And that's when we hear the O in convoluted. So that's a member of this word family that makes that one really easy. So again, this is the power of using the word families, whether it's alternate bases that are in the broader shared relationship, have the same root but not necessarily the same base, to words that share the same base to help us know what vowels we're going to use. So I hope this helps you to walk through the process of how I find the bases and then how these might get studied. And if I'm using these with children, I'm going to have them practice. I'm going to have them practice making word sums. I'm going to have them practice writing completed words, getting them the opportunity to recall what they've just studied, and all of that can help solidify the learning. Then, of course, tying these words to relevant real world issues, helping them understand that there's revolutionaries right now who are fighting against oppression, letting that drive some of the power behind this word study. My next video is going to focus on collective versus individualism. If you have other ideas of words that you would really like to incorporate into your study as educators, whether at home or in the classroom, let me know. I'm happy to consider them for future videos. Thanks.